football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the Falcons on Sunday night.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On play action, Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Throwing again is Fields. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. To throw is Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Down to about the 23.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Back to throw. Fields. Wright's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be third down and forever. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Trying to improvise. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you've got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. From the gun, here's Williams. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now Williams. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it second down.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
Fields now to throw.
Dancing to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll run on first down with Wright. Shrugs him off. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Fields. Open man is Duvernay.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
On third down.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Throwing is Williams. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
In motion, the tight end.
To the air, Williams.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here's Fields.
Staying up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Play action. It's Fields.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep is Jalen Reed.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
To throw, Williams. This to Laporta, right side.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Alec Pierce.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Now it's Fields. Completed to Hyatt.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's Fields. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fields throwing again. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
To throw is Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Back to throw. Fields.
Got a man open. That's Harry.
And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Again, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Justin Fields.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now 13-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And here now come the Falcons.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the gun, here's Williams. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Williams going to look to throw again. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Williams. Pass caught by Pearsall. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working out of the gun, Williams. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Throwing is Williams. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Isaiah Foskey there on the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Pierce.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Fields. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. In motion, the tight end.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard. Fields. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Throwing again is Fields.
And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is down to 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Isaiah Foskey.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw, Williams. That's complete to Pearsall. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Isaiah Foskey, his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Giants have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is up to 5. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He finds his man complete. That's Pierce. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
To the air, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
That one finds Pierce right side.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it. The 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The tight end in motion right.
Again, Fields.
Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Duvernay in motion. Back to throw, Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Fields. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Now Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now it's Fields.
Complete to right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
To throw is Fields.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Jalen Wright
from 6 yards away.
And the Giants are able to move back in front. They're quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because you had the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the fourth, and a very critical drive upcoming. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Williams. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Throwing is Williams.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
To throw once more, here's Williams. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw.
To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Sam Laporta
from a yard out.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here comes second down at 5. Now Fields. He has Hyatt over the middle.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Down to about the 45.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll go again here with Wright.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from long, very long range. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Here we go, this to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And, partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Throwing again here, Williams.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright.
A little juke. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So, CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure, knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
Trying to keep their season alive, down 7 in overtime. They'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on second down.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going, and on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging in the balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. A good pickup there of 22.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down.
He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will tie the ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
This now in field goal range. It's a question of when you want to try it. Here's first down. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.